Hello everyone, this is a creative back with another review. These are the Defunctorums, which are from, let's change that up, which are from Roma Kotiv on Kickstarter. 3 different decks, we'll get that in a minute. There's also, I got Certificate of Authenticity, and it says that on it. There's a black one and a white one. On the other side, it says, Certificate of Authenticity is hereby granted to me. This certificate verifies the authenticity of the accompanying Defunctorum decks. The artist's signature on this document attests that he has personally inspected and approved accompanying decks. Lead designer, Roman Kotiv, and it's signed by him. This one is signed as well. It's hard to see because it is silver ink, but he did not put my name on this one, so it's a little bit weird. Anyways, as you can see, we got the Diaz, which is kind of, I guess, day, Nox, which is night, and Krur, which I don't even know what that means. If you take these, put them together, you get a face. So let's look at these decks. Obviously, this one says Diaz on the front, and you got half ornate skeleton, or skull, I should say, with silver foil. Really nice. This one, it says Nox, and it's got the same with gold foil. And this one says Krur, and it's got the whole face with red foil. And the sides, it says Defunctorum. Really hard to see the silver one, and 54 plain coins. The other side, it says Diaz Edition, Nox Edition, Krur Edition with 54 plain coins. Top, it says plain cards. And it says, actually looks like something else above that, but I don't know what. And in the bottom, it says Defunctorum Plain Cards 2014, designed by Roman Kotiv. I didn't know he actually designed them, but funny how the deck that he actually designs has a better quality in comparison to other decks like the chess decks and the demon decks, which he didn't design, he just sold them. A little bit weird. Anyways, Defunctorum Playing Cards, designed by Roman Kotiv of NorArts.com, and copyright stuff, and it was produced by NorArts and PCC. And in the backs, you kind of see the same thing as the front, except that it says NorArts by NorArts, and it's got the half face. It's also autographed by Roman Kotiv. And this one's got just a circular symbol in red foil with NorArts, and again, a signature. The seals, probably see that on the gold one, it's just that same ornate skull. Except for this one, which actually has a skull, and it's numbered 323 out of 500. Limited edition. It's pretty nice. Really nice foils and boxes. Originally, there was these two, and this was a stretch goal, but they did not reach enough funding for this, so they ended up being a separate project to get this funded, but to ship together. So it was nice to see it, complete set funded. So let's get to the cards. Let's start off with Diaz. And the flap, it says again NorArts in nice foil on all of them. So then we get to the cards. You get 2 jokers, just Joker in the 2 corners. There is silver foil on them, or metallic inks, I should say. A little bit hard to see on this one. And the other Joker is identical. The backs, again, nice silver foil. You can kind of see that. Lighting probably isn't the best. And it's just a bunch of skulls, and it looks pretty nice. Then we get to the number card, the aces. Here's the ace of spades. Again, silver foil on that. Or silver metallic inks, I should say. I keep saying foil. It's definitely metallic ink. The indexes, not much to it. It's the letter and the pip, but as you'll see in a minute, it's the same throughout. Which I'm not a big fan of. I'd like to see a little variation between the black suits and the red suits. instead of all being the same, but it is what it is. And I'll show you some of the code cards, they're all pretty much the same. Here's the kings, jacks, queens, and another king. It's just different skulls from, you know, king, jack to queen. Number cards feature nice metallic pips. Again, a little bit hard to see. You'll see better on the next deck. With a jumbo pip in the center. Again, these ones with the silver metallic inks, you can see it right there. It's a little bit hard to distinguish the pips, and there's just I would prefer a little bit of color or something. It doesn't really pop too much, but it is what it is. I'll put this away. I'll show you the next one. Look at the knocks. Again, more arts. And again, you kind of get the same jokers. These ones have gold metallic inks. And same back design, but again, nice gold metallics. And your aces. These ones, at least you can actually see the artwork, the pips, a lot better than the Diaz deck. You get the same thing for the code cards. And then the number cards. I much prefer this. I think it would have been a lot better, personally, had they put the gold inks on the white face deck and the silver inks on the black deck. It would have been better. Obviously, it would have been clearer to see the pips on the white faces if it wasn't silver, and it would have worked fine on the black. Then there's the Cruor. Again, I don't really know what Defunctorum means, and Defunctorum, and I don't really know what Cruor means. This one though is my favorite deck of all of them, because you get silver and red on one joker, metallic inks, and gold and red, and that continues throughout. Number cards and the aces, and these ones you can actually see a distinction between spades and the hearts. Also, if you look at the indexes, the hearts actually have the pip painted in, and well, spades and clubs are effectively black. So nice distinguishable faces and pips, code cards, just like the jokers, and your number cards. Really nice. I really like this one out of all of them. But at least each one is unique in its own way, which is always good. And this one also kind of helps tie them all together. You get one that's gold inks, you get one that's silver inks, and this one's got both gold and silver. These were produced by Nora Arts, and if you saw my review on the Demon deck, quality on that one was not very good. The chess playing cards also was not very good. Slightly better. These ones do not have a smooth finish. They have an embossed linen finish, and they handle much better. They also have a slightly thicker stock than what was in the previous decks. That's a little bit weird. And this one actually handles the nicest out of all of them. Go figure. Only main complaint with these ones is that the paint is chipping on the edges. That's a little bit disappointing. You can see that metallic ink. It's pretty cool. So overall, as far as demon artwork is concerned, I will give these a 4 out of 5. I think it's basically a Day of Ditos Muertos theme, Day of the Dead theme, what I can tell. As far as handling is concerned, I will give it 3 3/4 out of 5. As far as usability is concerned, well, these ones definitely not very usable. It's hard to distinguish pips and anything. These ones are better because you can actually see the pips, and these ones are the best because there's a difference between the black suits and the red suits. That's distinguishable, and you can actually see the pips and everything. Personally, I would prefer, like I said, if they used gold inks on this deck and silver inks on this one. It would have been better overall. But at the same time, the gold works nicely with the black, and silver works fine with the white. But it just doesn't contrast very much. But overall, the usability, I guess it's okay. It's not the worst, not the best. Let's say 3.5 out of 5, just because some of them are better than the others, or some of them not as good as the others. Overall, I'll give these decks, and keep in mind they had some really nice tuck cases and everything. I'll say overall something like 3 3/4 out of 5, 4 out of 5, whatever. Pretty cool. You can probably get them on noirarts.com, link in the description. Also, check out comfortableplayingcards.com. Use BJS832. Get 10% off your order. I'll see you next time.